Inside the phone-throwing drama at the troubled, broke Democratic Party. That's the headline from the New York Times, and it pulls back the curtain on a party that should be riding a wave into the midterms but is instead wrestling with paranoia, money woes, and emotional eruptions inside its own headquarters. Reporters Shane Goldmacher and Reed J. Epstein spoke with more than 24 Democrats, including current and former DNC officials, to piece together this picture. The Democratic National Committee is so short on cash that leaders have asked vendors not to send bills until after the midterm elections, a bookkeeping maneuver described by 3 people briefed on it. That move is the latest sign of financial duress for the DNC and its chair, Ken Martin, as money troubles threaten to undercut Democratic momentum with about 100 days until the midterms. Politically, a lot is going right for Democrats. President Trump's approval is down, gas prices are up, and an unpopular war with Iran drags on. Yet dysfunction and debt inside a key party institution, which is getting crushed in fundraising by its Republican counterpart, are creating rising anxiety for top Democrats. At the center is Ken Martin, the 53-year-old party chairman, who has found himself increasingly isolated, gripped by the fear that he will lose his job, and relying on a vanishingly small circle of people he trusts. His fraying nerves showed in early July when, in a peak of frustration, he threw his phone at the desk of a junior aide while upbraiding that person. The phone-tossing incident resulted in a formal complaint to the DNC's Human Resources Department. Half a dozen people familiar with the fallout described it, though none witnessed the encounter, and there was some dispute over how aggressively the phone was tossed. It was said to have been thrown at the desk, not at the aide. Martin later met with DNC Human Resources officials about his behavior. The Democratic National Committee declined to comment on the incident, and Martin declined an interview request. Roger Lau, the DNC's executive director, said the bill deferral discussions were nothing more than standard negotiations with vendors over contracts and payment processes. Around the office and beyond, Martin has taken to making macabre jokes to colleagues about how long he will remain in his post, even though his term does not expire until 2025. That's the state of the Democratic Party's national apparatus as the midterms approach, a mix of political opportunity and internal turbulence. Thanks for listening.